Man, I had a weird ass dream last night. Weird ass dreams are weird. And I'm just going to say that this one was weird. And I would like you to know, let me know down in the comments down below what you think it was, what you think it meant or whatever. But I have quite a few experiences with alternate reality. Okay, so it's non 3D reality. Anyway, it's alternate reality within the reality. So I was having this weird dream where I was, not to get too graphic, but I was on the toilet, and yeah, and it was anyway, it was a weird dream. Okay, it was like one of those where like it's it's let's just say it was not very clean, and so I just kept having to use toilet paper. This is really disgusting and graphic, but I kept having to use it and use it, and then I ran out of toilet paper. And I was using card stock, like 3x5 cards, and it was getting weird. And then like my ex-wife was in the bathroom, and it was like a small, like maybe 5x5 bathroom, and like she was getting ready, and I was just there, like this was a messy thing, and I was like, man, I need to go somewhere, the downstairs. And then I got locked out, and I went downstairs, and then I went outside, and I was walking down this hill, and then she was leaving with the kids, and I'm like, she was just going for a walk or going off somewhere, and so I was like, hey, what's going on? I got to get back in the house, like. So she came back, and then I kind of woke up, and I was like, wow, that was weird, and like, why did I have that weird dream, and like, where am I? Why am I like? Started questioning like, what's going on with my life, and why haven't I actually like? Why haven't I gotten certain things that I wanted, successes and things like that? And I'm like, man, I'm maybe. And I was thinking in my dream, I was like, what? Like it was kind of, I was out of the dream, but I had my eyes closed, and I was like, why is it? Why is it? So because I drift in and out of dreams, like so I drifted out of the dream, but I was like kind of consciously coming to, but I wasn't awake. I was like drifting out of the dream and into, 3D reality, conscious reality. And I was thinking, it's because I haven't had like this particular vision of what I wanted all the time, all of this time, like, or say not the majority of my life, because I did when I wanted to be a rock star. I had this vision, and that was kind of like crushed on the first day I moved to Los Angeles. Because when I first moved to Los Angeles, the very first day I saw a guy that was actually I recognized from MTV, and he was driving like a little Honda Civic, and my buddy was like, "Oh yeah, that's what's his name from this band. I won't mention the band anyway, but it doesn't matter." But they were on MTV and stuff, and I recognized him. I'm like, dude, whoa, that's wild. I was like, what? What is he doing at like 7 o'clock in the morning? Where's he going in this little Honda Civic, little shitty Honda Civic? And my friend said he's a painter, and I was like, I was thinking he was like an artistic painter as well, because I was like, this guy's a rock star. I mean, he's been on MTV. And I was like a painter. Like, what does he like? Like, does he sell art as well as like being a guitar player in this like mega rock band that's on MTV? And he goes, no, he paints houses for a living. Like that's what he does. He's like paints houses white or whatever, paints the interior and exterior. And I was like, holy crap. I'm like, I moved to Los Angeles for this, to be a rock star, and there's a rock star, and he isn't a rock star. He drives a little tiny Honda Civic and he paints houses. So I'm like, oh my God, what the hell have I gotten myself into? Needless to say, I stayed out there for another 6 or 8 years or whatever. Still trying to make it anyway. In spite of that very first day of being crushed, I was determined. Anyway, so I was thinking, I don't have a vision. Like after that, I was like, I haven't had like a vision for much of my life since then. And I was, 20? I was 19 then. And since 30 years old, 20 years, I really haven't had a vision in my mind of where I wanted to go. Like even now, as I'm talking to you, I'm thinking, what am I going to do in 5 years? And I'm like, God, I don't even know. Where am I going to be in 10 years? I have no idea. But I'm not using a vision of where I want to go. And then, what was really weird was like, because I was getting all sidetracked thinking like negative thoughts about that. But so I was just lying there and I was just lying there. I was like, oh, that's really weird, man. I was like, and then I felt like a spider like on my eye. And I was like, or it was something. I think it was a spider because it was like, I don't think there wasn't any flies in here. But it felt like it was like crawling across my. And I do have like, like house spiders and stuff, and not afraid of them or whatever. But I didn't want it crawling on my eye. I felt it on my eyelash. So I like grabbed it and threw it on the floor. Or what I thought. And then I woke up and because it was still dark, I turned the flashlight on. I'm like, whoa, where was that thing? Because I knew it was big enough that I would have been able to see it. So I was looking around going, where is this thing? And didn't find it. And I was like, that's really weird. And I was like, I know I felt something. I know I grabbed it. And I actually felt it in my hand. And I like did fling it. But I was like, what the hell was it then? And there was no flies flying around or anything like that. It wasn't it was like literally like big enough that I would have seen it. And so that is like one of the kind of non-ordinary reality things that I've seen and felt. And I do have a lot of experiences like that. Even seeing what you might call aliens, the beings, I call them the beings from like they're from somewhere else. They're aliens. People say aliens, but like we're all aliens in some. I think that's a kind of maybe a derogatory term because what does that really mean? Who knows? But they're not of this world. Let's just say that I've seen a lot of things that are not of this world, and it doesn't freak me out. It's just what I know from quantum physics. It is what it is, and it doesn't particularly faze me anymore. I think it's more like it's more enlightening when I experience something like that, and I feel more connected to the entire universe. And I know a lot of people will be like, man, you're a freak, but I am what I am. So there. Namaste. Peace and love.